So here I'm going to start with cutting out a frame with the 12 by 12 viewfinder paper. I'm going to cut out the middle 9 pieces, and this is something that I do sometimes to help with well, saving my paper for one, and because I'm going to be covering it with another uh, kind of a base paper with some baby blue polka dotted paper. And since the middle is not going to show anyways, and this is some pieces that are great for cutting out and using in other areas, then, you know, I like to do that just to have that extra. So this is the blue polka dotted paper I was mentioning. And I just cut slits in the very corners and slip the paper right in. So nobody's going to see that very middle section, so it's easier to do that. So I wanted to create like a thought bubble. So the photo that I had, I cut it down significantly just to have kind of the face part. Add some photo corner stickers there. And, you know, I tend to do little pieces at a time, and I set it aside, and then I do another little area at a time, and then set it aside until things come to me. So that paper that you saw was a bulletin board or cork board design on this paper, and I really like that. So I'm going to do a bulletin board kind of a theme on this layout. And this is a border strip that I cut because I saw how cute this was to make a little notepad. So the theme that I was going for is kind of just the thing that I do, which is, you know, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and you know, we have to be organized as mommies, and you know, we're in charge of a lot of things as wives and household governors, I guess. So this is kind of a thing for or a thing about me. The layout is about me. So this paper collection has really cool designs that you can cut out, punch out. I mean, really sweet and fun things to use. Make your own little die cuts and things like that. And it has a really cool border, not border, but an element sticker sheet. So I just punched out a whole bunch of little circles. These are, I think it's a 1 inch, no, 3/4 inch circles. And I edged them all. And I decided for my thought bubble, the main thought bubble was going to just have all these colors of bubbles coming out of it. And here I'm just going to poke some holes to insert my brads. And I had these little brads. These are Craft Warehouse has these that are element brads, and I didn't have any dark colors to pop, so I just colored mine in with a Sharpie marker. And I decided that the bulletin board needed something else, so I stuck this down on this chocolate brown paper, cut it out to give it a little border because it's the same color as the cork board. And I'm just going to rearrange the holes there for the brads. That way I can have this cool little frame for the bulletin board. This strip just has days of the week, and I just cut it in pieces. See how it's behind the bulletin board, not going to show. I just tend to, with some things, just cut them up in pieces. If they're not going to show anyways, I just cut them shorter than what I would, I guess, normally, and that way I save myself an extra scrap. See that empty spot there? So yeah, I do that. And it's just, I don't know why I do that. It's just so I can have extra if I want to use it in another project, or if I have another thought in my mind about using it. And that was the only border strip that looks like that. So I just used some jute twine, and Craft Warehouse has tons of different brands of jute twine that you can choose from. So I'm going to make a little clipboard with this little tag sticker, adding it to the cork board design. There's my little notepad. I would kind of making it look like a little itty bitty clipboard, although I didn't have the clip part, but it worked fine. So I'm just going to add it to some chipboard for dimension. And then I'm going to glue down that little notepad. And I curled the very bottoms to make it look like, you know, I've been using it for quite a while. I edged it a little bit with some ink and curled, I think it was the right side corners. There it is right there. And then just edge the clipboard piece. So for my sentiment up in the thought bubble, I'm going to use this piece. Um, it says today is worth remembering. So I'm just cutting it out so that I can use it in the right order. This is another cool peeper. I really like this one. It has tons of different tickets to cut from. You see, these look like little labels, and then they have other ones that look like larger, like bus tickets, um, and then like theater or movie theater tickets, like the admit one type of thing. So I'm just cutting pieces off, and I'm gonna layer them behind my photo. What I do is not adhere sometimes the photo all the way down in the corners, just so that I can tuck things behind, or the photo mats. I'm just going to add these little strips here just for texture and color. So here's a red ticket. I'm going to cut out the $2 ticket so I can use that in the bottom corner too. This paper collection is not really my style, but I had a lot of fun playing with it. But after doing 4 projects with it, I had to put it away. It was just all right. I had enough. It was so much fun to play with and cut tons of things out with it and stuff. It was the kind of paper collection that helped me imagine different things. So that's a really cool thing. And that was just some days of the week to check off and things. And I just glued that down to the bottom of that. And I hand drew that little "I love you, Mom" kind of thing. My kids used to do that and leave me little notes all the time when they were little. And I just thought I tried to just make it look like a little kid did it. So, and I cut out all those little note to self pieces from the bottoms of the 12 by 12 sheets where it has the description and the paper collection title and stuff. I used it as if it's little post-its or something. And that was a little grocery list I made. So I just cut out an arrow from that one red strip up there and edged it with some ink and used it down below. And then these 2 tickets are just going to stick out here like they're little coupons or something. Oop, a little bit too much glue. And the little brown bubbles, I added some chipboard to the back to lift them a little bit. I'm just gluing down a little bit of areas that look loose to me. Since these are going to be on display at one of the craft warehouse stores, they ask us to use tons of glue, so I try to do that. So there's that. And I added some twine to the little tag that's sitting behind my picture. See that chipboard there. And this one here, I'm just going to add the title down on there. And by the title saying today is a day worth remembering is, you know, it's mainly remembering, you know, my life as a mommy, since my kids are pretty much grown now. They're almost 22 and almost 18 now. Thank God I'm not a granny yet. So they're all in school. So I am going to have to try and recreate this for myself, though, because it meant, this one layout meant a lot to me. It was so much fun doing, too. And these little wood veneers, I used the stars. Since we were assigned to use them on our layouts, we had to use them all on our projects. So we had to choose from whatever. We had different pieces to play with. So, and those are from Studio Calico that Craft Warehouse has now. I think they have all of them. These are some little mini clothespins that are holding up my notes, and I'm just going to hot glue them down to secure them as best as I could. I'm actually gluing the actual clip down to it and the paper down to the clip to keep them from getting removed. Need Starbucks was the last thing on that list. Now I'm just going to add my little titles to the bottoms of these or to the ends of these 3 tickets to come off of the bottom right side of my photo. So mom, wife, and girl. That's what I did. I'm just going to glue them down now. I wasn't sure what else to put there, but girl seemed perfectly fine. And there's the first layout. There's detailed pictures on my blog too, you guys, if you want to see a little closer. So here's the altered journal. Pretty interesting, this little journal. It has handles and post-it notes on the back side. So I just grabbed some measurements there and debated whether I should use the red side or the white side. So I just used my corner chomper and adhered the red side down. If you notice in the corners there, I did use the stencil, but then I ended up covering it with the paper, so I had to add the stencil design on the other corner. So this is the border sticker. Just going to clip it off to stop there at the top of the paper. I'm going to make my own tag on here, so I grabbed one of the stickers from the sheet, the 12 by 12 sheet, and just cut it out. Cut the corners and flip that over, and then cut the other corner so that they would have a matching cut. And this is a little sticker from the piece there that looks like the reinforcement of your tag. And since it had a contrasting color, I wanted to use it. And then I went ahead with red baker's twine, since I was already using that for the other stuff, the other projects. And the white tag is just a piece that I cut off, so it looks like a whole tag sitting behind there. I loved this little strip of fingers, like pointing fingers, and I used them. I'll show you in a minute what I did. So I figured that's what I wanted to do as far as laying out some papers and stuff down there. So I'm going to glue down the hand strip at the bottom, and then the red one for the pop of color, and arrange my tags on there. I'm using my ATG gun too here, as well as some liquid glues. Just to reinforce some adhesive there, adhesion, I just added the liquid to this the glue gun strips on the back of the tag. So I just added a flower sticker and then a documented sticker. And these are the days of the week I just cut out, and I just randomly placed them in different areas on the book, like there. See it better on the detail photos. This is one of the vinyl pieces. You put it on just like a rub-on. And this was the closest thing that I could think of, the crown actually, of something that'll go with the project. This is some American Crafts twine in a natural color that Craft Warehouse has. I think they have, well, mine has like 3 colors, but they do come in different colors. I wanted to do something different here with this particular flower sticker, so I'm going to cut it out, and it's on the corkboard design paper, and I'm just going to cut it out with the same shape just so that it has another contrasting color on there. So I just kind of cut it out the same shape as what it was on there. So on the inside of the book, I decided to also add some pockets, because, you know, in a journal you want to kind of stash some little things like receipts or a ticket or something behind there. So I adhered that down, added some twine to the flower, and just so this stays down. I was thinking about either laying it flat or curling it. I decided to go with the flat, just so that it doesn't lift. Added some viewfinder paper in the corners there, and then again with that sentiment, today is worth remembering. And I just cut out some random journaling cards here, and I'm just going to use it in the pocket just so that when it's displayed in the store, people can see that it's an actual pocket. There's stuff back there. It's not just a decorated backside of a cover. And here's the description on the bottom of the 12 by 12 sheet, and I cut out the strip, the little tape measure, and the little note to self. So all these 3 little hands I fussy cut out. Tied a string on the finger for like the reminder thing. It's gonna hot glue a tiny bit of it, and then add it to my plastic my plastic coated, I think it is plastic coated, paper clip with a scrap piece of paper behind it, so it kind of holds. So I used it for my book there. And this strip, I had it since the first layout and wasn't sure what to do with it, so I still had it laying around and decided to make a little bookmark kind of a clip. So did the same thing as I did with the other clips, and just added a couple little things on there. A little title sticker and or label, and then this importante sticker, and that's just held by a clip inside the book. And I decided to use this little scrap piece of paper of music sheet paper. I got it on crooked, so I gotta heat it up and move it around. Now I can glue it down. This is also was added last minute just to add some texture to it and color to the pen. And then a black ribbon from American Crafts. I believe it's American Crafts from Craft Warehouse. And the stencil, you can see it on the top right a little bit. Anyways, there's detailed pictures on my blog. Now my next layout is, I should have used the other side instead of using the arrows, because I realized that it was a little busy. But what do I do now? The layout's made. I just, I would suggest if you're going to use some busy paper, use some solid cardstocks to break it up. I still love the layout because it's of my baby Charlie, my Charlie girl. And yeah, I think the arrows was a little too busy. I probably should have used the other side or used a solid cardstock for the layout, and then use the paper for different textures and colors and stuff, because it has awesome colors in this paper collection. So I just edged it, distressed the paper, and inked it, as well as used a border punch by Martha Stewart, the doily punch. Edged pretty much everything with ink, almost everything. So I'm just going to figure out layout wise what to do there. Cut out a one of the journaling cards with the flags on there, and decided to use that for a background for her for the photo. And this little award sticker. She is #1. She's the little alpha dog in the house. She's cute. So I'm just going to add this strip just to kind of give some color to that brown piece of paper there. And edge the viewfinders with some ink, and added some little arrows from the sticker sheet. I know it's not a clock. I just wanted to have fun with the stickers and the paper, because we had to use the viewfinder paper for our kind of the main focus. Well, the paper collection is the main focus, but the viewfinder paper, it was just fun to play with all around. So I just spelled happy. There was just enough flags on the card to spell that. Spell happy on there. So I'm just going to glue her down, her photo down. And just half of the viewfinder for the very back corner there. So it's just placing different little elements down on this layout. A little flag, and there's a one piece that I didn't show on the video that I ended up adding last minute, kind of next to that ticket there. You'll probably be able to see it on the the photos on my blog. So you know what? I saw everybody else's assignment on what they did with their paper collection, and oh my God, you guys, you should take a peek at everybody else's projects with this note to self, take note, note to self paper collection by Echo Park. And I'll leave the link to the website down below so you guys can head over to the website, because there's a section for the design team. And each of us has all of our photos from all of the projects that we've created linked to us. So if you head over to the website, you'll be able to see what everybody else did on their profile. Awesome, awesome designs. I was blown away. I almost didn't want to send mine in just because they did really good. So, I mean, mine's are okay, but I guess I'm my own worst critic. But I really liked what the other girls did. They did an amazing job on their projects. I really, really loved their ideas. So, just for inspiration, if you guys want to take a peek, the link's below, okay? So I'm just going to add another ticket. This was a boo-boo. I couldn't find where to put this little thing. It just didn't look right anywhere. So I decided just to take the stickers off and put the stickers down right there by themselves on the picture. I just didn't know where to put it. So it just says pup. I took the whole ticket off. I was like, what do I do with this? It was weird. It was funny. Anyhow, I'm just going to place some more viewfinders in different areas of the layout just for more color, for more pop, I guess texture too. And on this little white strip here in the middle, I'm just going to journal something here for Charlie. I write fast, right? That's her favorite spot of the house, is the window. So I'm just going to add this sticker. It says, "This is my life," to the right side there, and add a little camera. And what I didn't show is that I filled the little holes with glossy accents, so it just looked really cute. So here are all my projects, my two layouts, and my two alterable items. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we're inspired to create with this paper collection. Again, it's a Note to Self by Echo Park, and it was pretty fun to play with all the little things to cut out and stuff. As you can see, it's very colorful, and it's just so much fun. So all the links are below to the Craft Warehouse website and to my blog for this particular post to see detailed pictures. And if you're in Oregon, Idaho, or Washington, head over to Craft Warehouse to get your paper collection and your wood veneers and your alterable products, and have a lot of fun with it. I'll talk to you guys later. Jules signing out of the Jule box for Craft Warehouse.